the creatures in the woods. There many years ago, apparently, into our research, there was a myth about these creatures roaming around in these woods. We did some fine research, I guess. The guy who usually did the research, let's just call him Nate, he finally came around and gave us a new bag of research. This bag just got things that were in the woods, of course. Things that, well, there was no clear definition. We had all read it, and it just said somewhere past the last lumberjack's house. There was sounds and creatures and all types of bad presents that nobody wanted to be in because it would give you bad, terrible even feelings about yourself. It almost made you feel it. It almost made you feel like if you were lost. It made you feel like you were not important. These creatures also made you lost a loved one. You lost all sense of yourself and righteousness. It would also make you walk further into the woods and never return. But this happened 2 years ago. Somebody went into these foul woods and haven't returned. We have felt sad. Everyone in town had. These people were important to us all. We had continued to go along with plans to build this wall. We didn't know where to start, though, to make this myth a lie, or to make it false. We tried everything. We went everywhere, and we just went around town researching it even further just to make sure we weren't kidding ourselves. But that was only to come. It dawned on us we should try more of an outer research. We were going to go to the forest outside of town. We had headed out to the forest outside of town. Then somebody knocked on my door, of course. I had called my friends over and we all had talked to this person knock at my door. It was a person that the town hasn't seen, or it was a guy, I suppose, that had left town. He had told us so much about the myth by just telling us that he was the second lumberjack in those woods that lived there for a long time before moving out of them because of a condition, he told us. He said not to go find this myth. This myth is not for children to go research, for it could be the end of us. We didn't want to believe that bull honky, so we decided to go along with it. Oh, we said, we won't do it, I promise. We should have believed him. We really should have believed him. But I guess it was our own stupid mistake. So we all decided to do stuff. Me, Mo, and David all grabbed cameras, while everyone else just packed a bunch of camping supplies and kits and whatnot. After doing all that, we finally left for the forest. We had gone all the way deep into the forest as far as the first cabin. Wind was really rapid. It was stormy almost like a misty storm. If I had to put it into certain details, it reeked bad aura, but we went on along our way, and we went out and started our research. We didn't think that anything would really happen, only that we weren't prepared enough, I guess, for it. So we went along. We passed the last cabin that we could see for a long period of time before it became dark. We set up the camping area, supplies and whatnot, and finally head out from the camp further into the woods. We're all wearing our best hoodies and whatnot to keep ourselves dry and warm, or as warm we can get them. And that's where we left off, I suppose. But I was a little different from the group. I stood in the main area with a machete I brought with me, so if we had to cut down some wood or some branches from a tree to start the fire, that was. I had the machete set to my side and the fire burning real bright. For the rest of the group, since they said they would do it, since I had been the recorder for the last 2 times, they said they would do most of the work. I truly had believed. After stroking the fire for some time, I had realized that everything was too quiet. I didn't hear from any of the group for a long period of time, and that scared me. So I picked up the machete, put it to my side on a little belt I had, and started walking into the forest. Only to my realization that there was nothing to be had from this experience. It's too damp, too cold, and too dark for any of us to actually think about any good attempts into this place. We never feared it though, I suppose. Or at least I didn't see the rest of the group. Until they all started running back to me, screaming. I heard something behind them. Something large. Or something that seemed to be large. With a terrifying roar. I mean, a roar that could shatter the earth if it was high enough. They came barging past me without telling me. The last thing we grabbed my hand and we started heading back. We started heading back to a little base camp that we had, and since I forgot to mention, the rest of the tents were up. We all gathered in the biggest tent, and that had the most durability to it. We turned off every light in the tent, but the fire outside was still lit. We heard something outside stomping around us. We didn't know what the creature wanted from us, or if it wanted anything from us. We were too scared to even think of anything. The creature had really, whatever it was, they didn't tell me, they didn't suggest what it looked like. They were all just so horrified. They had very low expressions around me, shivering in the coldness. I stood there, basically, I didn't even know what to say or if I could help. I even asked them what was out there, what is surrounding this tent right now. One of them just covered at the same came in great. As it unzipped, I had taken out my machete. Man, it's okay, you can come out now. I asked the man, really? Yeah, whatever it was, it left. We all had stepped out to him with his axe as he looked up into the trees to see if he was right. Yeah, we're safe now.